Hello, my name is Anhas Palapus. My matrix number is 204726, and my role as on the first dialogue as Professor Ryan and on the second dialogue as the Professor Lim and Eric.
Hello, my name is Yusriyah Syahid. My matric number is 208658, and my role for the first dialogue is Ray, and the second dialogue is Eric and Tanya.
The first dialogue. Come on in, Ray.
Thank you.
Now you wanted to consult me about your class presentation on nanotechnology. You're due to give it next week, aren't you?
That's right. I've done my research on this topic, and there is too much to say. I'm just not sure which part should I focus on. Should I give them a kind of general introduction, or should I directly share my fascination with a particular aspect of the topic?
You could do either, but you'll need to have a clear mind.
Then I think I'll give an overview.
Okay, now one way of approaching this is to work through the developments in chronological order.
Right.
Or you could talk about numerous ways that nanotechnology is being applied.
You mean things like this film on camera displays to make them weather repellent?
Exactly. Or another way would be to focus on its impacts in one particular area, say medicine or space exploration.
That would make it easier to focus. Perhaps I should do that. One more thing, how important is it to include slides in the presentation?
They are essential. So you must make sure that you must make sure to include only the important points or keywords on your slide. This prevents you from spending too much time reading from the slide.
I see. I also wonder about how to start the presentation. I thought of asking this audience what they know about nanotechnology. Is that okay?
That will be fine. But make sure it doesn't eat into the short time that's available for your presentation.
Or maybe I should mention a particular way that nanotechnology is used to get people's attention.
That should be interesting as well.
What do you think I should do next? I only have 2 days to plan the presentation.
Okay, let's look at your performance during last week's presentation. I noticed that you were looking down at your notes most of the time. You need to be looking at the audience and only occasionally glancing at your notes.
I'm sorry, I was nervous.
You need to improve on your body language as well. Every time you show a slide, you turn your back on the audience so you could look at it. I found it a bit distracting.
Oh no, I wasn't aware of that. What did you think of the language? I knew that not everyone was familiar with the subject, so I tried to make it as simple as I could.
Well, you did use a few words that are specific to the field, but you always explained what they meant. So the audience did not have any difficulty understanding them. So well done on that.
Thank you for your feedback. I hope I'll do better in the presentation next week.
I look forward to it then. Okay, now we go to the second dialogue. Hi, Eric. Hi, Tanya. Thanks for coming to see me. I'm very interested to hear what you thought about the Science and Technological Festival. Well, we're both very happy we went. Glad to hear it. Was there anything you both found especially useful?
Yes, definitely. I attended two lectures that are directly related to the subject, but I'm studying in this first semester. I already feel a little more prepared than I did last week.
As for me, I try to attend lectures that seems to be interesting rather than just attending the ones I thought would only be relevant to my course.
I'm glad I didn't do that. I get too stressed when I don't concentrate on one thing, but wasn't it But wasn't it great to be able to wander around the university and get a better idea of where everything is?
Well, I certainly feel more confident how that I've explored the area a bit more. And I also found it very easy to meet people who share the same interests as me.
I have to say, going to many lectures in a short space of time has really helped me to improve one area of study, my note-taking technique.
I'm glad. I wasn't sure about that initially, but looking at my notes again this morning, I could see how they have gotten better as the week went on. I'm glad the week was of use to you. You may have noticed that there were a number of university information stands set up around the campus. Did you see the free reference booklets that they were giving out? No, I assume that the stands were there to provide people with directions to each talk. Well, their aim was to encourage everyone to read some of the latest studies coming out of our labs and classroom. Many of the lecturers at the festival actually wrote the studies that were listed. So the talk and the booklets together are a great introduction to their work.
Too bad we didn't manage to get the booklets for ourselves. It would be great to be exposed to the last studies by the university.
Oh, I agree. We were too busy getting to the talks that we didn't notice they were giving out the reference booklets. That's okay. For the next festival, just remember to take the booklets first before you attend the talks. So what's next? Do you want to write something for the department website?
Oh, definitely. Can you give us some advice on that?
Well, it's a simple process, but it can mean a lot of work. First, you need to make sure that you have fully discussed and complete the notes that you made during the festival. Next, select at least four principal theories that generate the most ideas and write a summary on them.
What about the writing style? Do we need to follow a specific format?
You'll need to go through what people have written before in the department website. This post will help you to understand which style seems most appropriate, like how academic in tone you need to be, or how informal.
I experienced similar project before. I think it's really important to make sure that Tanya and I come to a joint decision about the best way to divide the workload.
I absolutely agree. Arguments can happen in a joint project, so you need to be communicate well with each other.
I also think it's important for us to establish a deadline so we can publish on time.
Yes. One more thing. You also need to upload other related materials such as photos and maybe videos onto the website.
Wonderful. Thanks so much. Hopefully we can come back to you if we need any more help. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you.